Hello and welcome to another edition of the Red Phoenix Gaming Podcast. I am Derek. With me, as always, is the lovely Michelle, and we are going to talk about some gaming news, stuff, and things that mattered on this January 30th, 2015. Now, we are on podcast 18? Yeah, that's a lot of podcasting.
018. We're super close to 20.
That's right. We're
To
gonna
our
have
party.
Yep, party time. Absolutely on 20. We're gonna get
Yes.
like strippers, a stripper pole, some
Queso.
queso. I mean,
More
either way,
queso.
both ways it's a party.
Strippers wrestling
So
in queso.
yes,
That would work. All right.
that
We got
absolutely.
it.
But what real quick sidebar. It is my daughter's birthday this weekend. I will try to make this as quick as possible of a podcast. Hopefully, so we can spend a little time with I can spend a little time with my family. But I
It's
mean,
her birthday.
yeah, it's all good. We're
It's her
gonna try
first
to.
birthday. It's a big deal.
Well, it's a big deal for me more than her. Although she's the second kid, so I mean, you might as well neglect the middle one, right? You don't have a third one on the way. Don't worry. We're not there yet. Anyway, moving on to some gaming news because that's enough of my personal life to go around here.
Stop talking about yourself.
Let's talk about some Dynasty. Oh wait, I
How
mean
about
Destiny. Absolutely.
Destiny. I love this game.
So, have you experienced this ammo bug yet?
I've experienced lack of ammo, like heavy ammo, because it doesn't ever drop.
But not the actual bug itself.
Not the you die or you move somewhere and then you have no more heavy ammo.
So for the past couple of days when you and I have been playing, I've thought I was crazy. I would jump into a game and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go. I got 5 shots of my heavy. Where did it go?"
All
And
gone.
I thought, "Oh, maybe I just used it last night," or like, I went to orbit and I came back and I was like, "Oh, I thought I was full, but whatever. It's not a big deal." Because I end up using the sniper rifle anyway for most of it.
Yeah.
The sniper rifle.
That sniper rifle.
That icebreaker though.
Gotta let that load up though. You don't even have to pick that up. It just recharges.
I know. I wish my heavy would do that once in a while.
Seriously.
But I just, I thought it was just going crazy, and it turns out that there's actually a bug, and
Little broken.
it's just a little broke.
Not your fault. Nope.
Right?
Stop blaming yourself.
It's okay. I'm over it now. First step was denial. Now I'm just admitting that there's an issue and that they need to fix it. But yeah, I don't even really use my heavy anymore between the hand cannon that I have and the icebreaker, which headshot blows up and then they turn into like a ball of fire. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I used to only use my heavy ammo for the minotaurs, and now I can just use my icebreaker, and they're all dead.
Yeah, I mean,
Except those level 30s, they're a little harder.
well, yeah. Speaking of level 30, Michelle, now how long have you been? Because you're not actually at level 30 yet. You're 28 or 29.
I'm 28. I'm never gonna get to a level 30. I've just come to that conclusion. Now we did play two. We did 2 level 30
Strike missions.
and
Yeah.
we just the 2 of us, and we killed it. And
Absolutely.
I was so proud of us, and I really thought we weren't going to, and we did. But I was stuck at 27 for eons, and now I'm barely climbing up 28, and I feel like I'll never be 30 ever.
I think you'll be able to hit 29. I just the 30 is really gonna take
A
you.
grind,
Yeah, it's really gonna take you getting
unless I get a blue helmet. I mean
yellow helmet.
yellow helmet.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they've actually been talking about this. Destiny has, because in their first DLC they said, they had a couple mistakes, and it's turned into quite the grind, which actually we've experienced.
Yeah.
In their next release of House of Wolves, it's supposed to be like a lot, not a lot easier, but it's supposed to be easier for like
The user.
yes, for the user to level up, for you to be able to get all your raids, because the max here is 32, and we
Yeah.
will never see 32.
Not once.
Like
not
between-
till next
right, right.
when
Between the
it's
two
level
of us,
500, and we'll never see that.
exactly. We might hit like 30. I think I might hit 30. I need a ton of ascendant shards, but that's where the grind comes in. Whether it's ascendant shards or ascendant energies, people are running into it where they're like, I can't level up my stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I have more glimmer than I know what to do with.
I know.
And I have more like plate armor or whatever the heck the Titan takes, and more weapon parts than I know what to do with. It's the actual ascendant shards or ascendant energies that I can't do anything with. Like
Yeah.
I can't don't have enough of.
I have like 32,000 glimmer, and every time I buy something for glimmer and I don't even want it, it's only like 120 glimmer. And
Yeah,
then
like
I earn like 10,000 more glimmer after I spend that. So,
right. I'm at the point now where I'm just like I'm full of glimmer. I guess I'll go buy like weapon or like
yeah.
ammo things from whoever. Like what I don't know. I They have to change something because I think it is turning into a grind. And with the next DLC coming out, I'm glad to hear that they're going to be making at least a different change or different
Yeah,
something to it.
totally.
Uh, let's talk about another co-op game that we play quite a bit about. Little Borderlands action here.
Oh, I love Borderlands.
So first off,
Still want that
there's
claptrap.
the the Handsome Jack collection
Yeah,
claptrap.
I would keep him on my desk with my baby Groot, and I would have a collection of like,
What if Baby Groot was welded to the top of Claptrap, and
oh
then you
my
could like
gosh,
move
that
him
my head would
around?
explode. It would explode.
It would be amazing.
Best thing ever.
But
Somebody work on that for me, please.
seriously, like just merge all of the coolest things together into one thing.
Yeah.
Uh, but back to my initial thing here.
Sorry.
The DLC is coming out for Lady Hammerlock.
Yeah, it's his older sister.
Yes, and
Hammerlock's older sister.
they said that the campaign DLC is actually going to take you into the mind of Claptrap.
Which is that would be really interesting.
It's kind of scary, I think. It's going to be more of a horror story than anything, I feel.
Her power, she can freeze enemies, which I love.
Yes, and I guess that they actually made her to be the most like the best sniper of any of the games
Ever.
so far.
Yeah. Like even
Um,
Zero's like,
a punk.
girl.
Yeah, you're like,
How you do
girl,
that?
that
How you
sniper
do
though.
that?
And then I guess what's her other skills like manservants.
Yeah,
So
I think she can like control the enemies
I feel
to
like there's some sort of S&M thing going on right there.
probably not, but until it's proven otherwise, we'll
I mean, it's a
keep
Borderlands
your idea
game
open.
and it's called manservants. Let's be
Well, I
honest
would
here.
feel like that's like a Moxie thing. Well, we haven't met her yet, so
Maybe.
we'll see. We'll
Maybe
see.
her and Moxie are like, like buds,
Friends.
besties.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you have the season pass, you get her for free. Do you have the season pass?
No,
We gotta
I
go
don't
back to
think
that
so.
game. We really
We haven't
do.
finished
Oh
it.
my gosh,
Shame
we
on
have
us.
to go back. And then we can start new games, and you can be a sniper because you love it so much in Destiny.
It's
I'm
true.
sure it carries over exactly the same in Borderlands.
That'd be pretty great.
Are you ready for them to make the third game?
Oh yeah.
So, have you applied for any of their positions? Because
No,
they're
but they
totally
are
ready.
hiring people. I will work for free, playing your game and articulating very well bugs and things
I
for
wanted
nothing.
to.
Dude,
They actually have a job like a job listing for a new writer.
oh.
I wish that it was like 0 years of experience. We want new blood because I would totally apply for that and be
We're
like,
also opening an office in Buffalo, New York
that would never
because
happen.
the cold is so great. Well, we have chicken wings.
Oh my god, I had some of the best chicken wings tonight.
Did you?
That's neither here nor there. But yeah,
I had chicken wings yesterday. Did
they
I
were
send you a
like,
picture of it?
yes, you did. I was so salty. I would have sent you a picture, but my phone died today.
I had chicken wings yesterday.
I had like garlic Cajun blue cheese chicken wings.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, it's a lot of flavor,
That's some serious
all
chicken.
in like one bowl, and it was really saucy. And I was just like,
And in case you're not listening to us, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but we don't call them buffalo wings. They're just chicken wings here.
unless they're covered in buffalo sauce, in which case it would be a buffalo wing
It's still a chicken wing.
with buffalo sauce, which makes it a buffalo wing.
It's
There's like a
hot
barbecue
sauce.
wing
Hot, medium, or mild.
or barbecue wing.
That's how you order it.
Barbecue.
I get mine
Wing?
medium, and
Barbecue
sometimes I
wing.
get them hot.
All right, so she's wrong. But if you do call them buffalo wings in Buffalo, people look at you a little funny.
Dude, they invented them when I was born in the 1900s, early 1900s. I got I got myself before you did.
Fine, be that way. That's all right. I'm sure I'll get a dig in at one point here.
But yes, Gearbox, we will work for you for free.
Yes, and
I
we
will take a
can
copy of your game and I will write you beautiful, beautiful reports.
absolutely. I'm game with that. Go ahead
I
and
will
send
also
send one
float
to
your
me.
boat and I will inflate your ego and tell you how freaking great your freaking game is.
That sounds
Check
mildly
yourself. Check
inappropriate.
yourself.
Hmm.
Why your mind is in the gutter
You're
today?
you're giving things away for this game that you probably shouldn't be. Didn't
My
your mom ever tell you anything about that?
your mind is in the gutter.
Oh
Moving
my
on.
goodness.
Can have nice things today.
So I have a question for you that well, I'll actually come back to it just a little bit here, or in a minute here. Still talking about Borderlands here. Uh, there's actually an article that the devs like came out with, basically said that
Like Gearbox?
yeah, Gearbox came out and they're like, yeah, we created the loot and shoot like series, but we actually took a lot of our things from games like Halo and um oh my god, why am I blanking right now? Like the Call of Duties, the Halos, that sort of thing, and they just added like an RPG element to it, and they were like kind of humble bragging about it, saying like, look, Halo's great, and we get that, and that's the reason that the mechanics are the way they are in Borderlands, and it's very like Halo-esque, where you kind of like jump and float, as opposed to Call of Duty, where it's just like
Halo
do-do.
jumping. Yeah.
Exactly.
Except now because you got exoskeletons in
Well, right.
Call of Duty.
But Borderlands is kind of flat out saying like, look, we took a lot of elements from Halo, and my question for you is, with you being such like an anti-Halo person, how do you feel about them coming out and saying this? Does it detract anything from you at this point, or are you just
Nope,
like,
not at all.
I love everything you do, Borderlands?
I do. I really Borderlands. I love Borderlands a lot, and I love Gearbox, and I think they're amazing in the game they put out. And I don't really feel like they took elements. I feel like it was inspiration, and then so they took Halo, and we're like, oh my gosh, look at how great that is. Let's make it better, and they did.
Truth. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, a lot of their aspects that they said that they took from Halo, including the crazy jumping, crazy movements, uh, it it really stands by itself, even though it was taken from Halo, just because of the atmosphere around it, the storytelling behind it. I mean, Halo was a very non-storytelling game.
Yeah.
It was like 30-second cutscene about something happening, and then no story.
Yeah.
Go to point A to point B, point B to point C, etc. If you wanted to learn about the game, like from a story aspect, you had to go online, you had to read their lore, you had to read through the books, you had to read through everything. So yeah, so like Borderlands does a really good job of keeping you in the story. It tells a story,
Totally.
whereas Halo is like not like that at all.
And even the whole look of Borderlands is completely different. I remember, I'll never forget the first time I turned on Borderlands. It looked like a comic book, and I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, like the
And you have
cell shading and everything was fantastic.
You have all these different characters and with totally different personalities. You don't just have like a soldier. Everybody's a soldier. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everybody's different, and I love that. You have like this crazy robot who's out of his mind.
Well, like even the soldier class itself. I mean, we've played all three. So like the soldier class in the first one, you're a guy. You have turrets, and your turrets turn into like cover. So you're kind of the more traditional, soldiery guy. Axton in the second one is not traditional soldiery at all. I mean, you still have that. You still have turrets that you can throw up, but he's not even that kind of mentality. There's so many other things you would do with him.
Yeah.
Rather than just be a plain old soldier. He actually turned into like a caster for me because I just kept throwing out turrets. I mean, I had the two turrets. They threw them out. I put shields on them, I think, at one point where I'd throw them at you guys if you went down, and then I'd like run over and revive you. So I turned into like a medic caster, like white mage of this type of game.
Yeah.
And it's just you can play it so many different ways. And actually, that's what I was going to talk about next is like the diversity of all the characters, which you touched on, not just from an aspect of like their backgrounds or their origin stories, or like we had a white guy and a Spanish guy and whatever. Like the way you can play each character, it leaves it so wide open.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even Lil and Maya are they're both sirens, but
Yeah.
they're very different. Like neither of them will take any crap from anyone, but Lil is very just she's bossy, she's no BS, she doesn't
Yeah.
care, and Maya just wants to get the job done.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? And they're still two totally different characters, and they still do the same thing. They're both sirens, but it's totally different playing as each of them.
Right. And even in this in like the newest game, the characters are still so it's like such a huge range of like uh, just huge range on the spectrum of people because uh even my character, like the dude, uh, what the heck's his name? Wilhelm. He's as you're playing him, you're like, okay, so he's like gun for hire. All right, whatever. But then Jack does something and he's like, yeah, all right. And you're like, okay, so he's got kind of a screw loose. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden he sees like a robot and he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And you're like, okay, so the guy's really messed up. Like
Something wrong with them.
he's into robots way more than he should
Should
be,
be right.
and like so they just I mean it's really cool. I think it really helps their story, and I think it just helps storytelling. I think it helps a lot of things, and I think anyone can relate to it.
Absolutely, I totally agree, and I love it because you know if you get sick of being one person, you have three other characters you can choose from,
Exactly.
and you know, and even if you want to start the game over again, that's four different people you can play as, and even as that person, you can completely by changing your tree.
Yeah.
You could completely change your whole destiny. Like the one time I went for all power, the second time I was the best healer ever.
Yeah. But
You know,
you were pretty good at healing.
yeah, I
That's
was.
pretty
Still
sweet.
am. Like destiny, that's like my whole that's my thing. Oh, you only got 8 kills? Oh, everybody stayed alive. You're
That's
welcome.
right. You're welcome.
Yeah.
If only you had a nice way to like remote heal somebody like you did in Borderlands.
I'm
That's
getting
what they should do.
close. I'm working on my little
Self-resurrection.
fireball one there so I
Oh,
can at least if I die, I can res myself.
yeah. Self-res.
That's right.
It's awesome. So
I'll leave
awesome.
you there for dead though. You make me
You leave me
angry.
there. Oh, thanks. Thanks.
No problem.
Let's move on to some real life news here.
All right.
The Super
I'm pumped for the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Who do you think's gonna win?
I
The
have very
Seahawks or the Patriots?
I'm going to root for the Seahawks because in my closet, deep down somewhere, I do have a Buffalo Bills a Marshawn Lynch jersey.
Mm.
So I was never a Seahawks fan. I'm not bandwagoning it, but I loved Marshawn Lynch in Buffalo, and he's only there because he doesn't want to get fined. And I don't like Tom Brady and
No
his
one likes Tom
deflated footballs. So go Seahawks.
That's right. Uh, you and Madden both like the Seahawks because they actually ran the game in the Madden simulation.
Oh yeah, they do that every year, don't they?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, other than last year, I think they're like 8 for 10, so they're 8 for 11 in the last 11 years, which is pretty good. I
I go to
mean,
Vegas, put a bet on that.
yeah. I mean, if Madden says to do it, then you might as well do it, right?
Yes, thank you,
Um,
John Madden.
that's
Thank you
right.
for your game.
But they have the Seahawks winning 28-24. And I guess they said like it comes down to the last drive of the game and Tom Brady gets whatever. Yeah, I don't see this happening.
Punch in the face.
I think the
Does Tom
Seahawks
Brady
are going
get a
to take
punch in
it.
the face? That'd
He
be
should.
great.
Absolutely. Um but yeah, I'm going Seahawks all the way. I can't stand Brady. I can't stand the Patriots. No
Nope.
offense to any of our Boston listeners
Boston.
out there. Oh yeah, sorry, Boston.
Boston.
Boston listeners out
Pack
there.
the car.
That's another thing that we should talk about later. Uh, but yeah, I'm not even. I'm hoping it's a blowout for the Seahawks. I don't think it's going to be, but I'm just hoping for a nice little trouncing.
Yes. Do you think that if the Seahawks won and they try and run up to Marshawn Lynch and says, Marshawn Lynch, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you gonna do? And he's gonna be like, I don't want to get fined, and then he just walks
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
away.
Be like, Marshawn, no, you're supposed to say you want to go to Disney. He's like, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Yeah. He's so-
No, they wouldn't have him. They'd have Russell Wilson do it or something. I
Yeah.
feel like. Um, but yeah, I, I don't know. I the Marshawn issue is like the guy just doesn't want to talk, and I
I
get
know.
it.
Like maybe he's just awkward and he doesn't want to have a conversation with people.
The
Just
thing
doesn't
is,
want
if you read between the lines of what he said, it almost seems like he's like, look, I don't want to say anything bad about my teammates. I'm gonna say nothing but good things about them. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the Patriots because I don't want them to key on it. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of a smart take on things, even if that's not necessarily his intent. That's kind of like how you can read into it, and
Exactly.
it's a good idea. Like,
Because he
don't give
knows
them
the
more.
team he's going up does things like
Yeah,
videotape people and things like that. He doesn't want to give anybody an edge up on him.
that's right. Like take air out of balls, whatever. Speaking of cheating, did you see that Valve banned some Counter-Strike players?
Yeah, weren't they like messing with things and then they were like selling
Yeah,
like really
so
valuable things?
it comes out to being like it comes out to being like the equivalent of point shaving in a basketball game,
Yeah.
where they basically got a bunch of uh, individuals, they got like 7 or 8 guys, um, and banned them because they were fixing matches and gaining items, gaining money, getting a bunch of things out of this, um, that were sold on the marketplace,
Yeah.
for Steam, obviously. So they went in, they investigated, and they looked at all the activity and the accounts, and people really didn't think about this very well because you'd think that if you're going to fix a match, you'd have it go to a different account, maybe,
Right.
or no. But basically, it turned out to be they through their match fixing, they ended up getting like $10,000 of earnings.
That's a lot of
That's a
money.
lot of money, and so they
Very
went ahead and
dishonest.
yeah, oh for sure. So Valve went ahead and banned them, and then they got the North American Esports Organization involved in Major League Gaming, and
Because they sponsor somebody.
yeah, they sponsor Team Torqued. Um, so they're really gonna have to like answer for this, I'm assuming, in some way, shape, or form. I mean, even if these guys are not gonna go back and play Counter Strike, it's still something that they're gonna
Yeah.
have to deal with. So,
Yeah.
um, stop
They're
being cheaters.
they're
Like,
tarnished.
yeah, like it's not
Don't
worth it,
don't be
guys.
that guy.
You play
Come
video
on.
games for a living.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
I would like to play video games for a living or for
Truth.
free. Gearbox, I'd do it for free.
But seriously, an early copy of your game would be great.
Yeah, thank you. We would
Cough,
totally
cough,
review it
cough, cough.
and say really nice things.
10 out of 10.
Unless it sucks, then
10 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
We like that 9.5.
Out of 10. 9.5 out of 100. What?
Yes.
Hey, have you ever when you've been playing on your Xbox One, you know, in the last
You mean to watch TV?
in the last never, have you had any issues with your headset, like, or not your headset, but your controller itself actually like dying on you?
Not from battery. It takes a little while to heat up, I guess.
Well, I've actually run into yeah, like I see like when you turn it on or whatever, it takes like
Yeah, it
10
takes
seconds.
forever
Yeah.
to.
So they're actually doing a firmware update that is going to go ahead and change it from like it says 4 to 5 seconds to 2 seconds.
Oh,
So
that's gonna make me still not play it
yeah,
because
absolutely
the rest of your stuff is broke.
right. The other improvement that they have is a stability improvement,
Oh.
which I actually am hoping it helps for when you plug a headset into it because my wife and I, whenever we're playing a game and we plug the little bottom piece into the
Yeah.
headset, it actually will kick the controller like off to the point where like I need to force power everything off, plug all
Wow.
my stuff back in, and then turn it back on.
That's never happened to me before.
Yeah, like the 10-second hold and everything. So I'm really hoping that this goes ahead and helps that out for the one time a month that I've been playing that console, but I guess if it doesn't, it doesn't, right?
I don't even know where my controller is, to be honest, because
It's right there. I can see it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. She's like, how did you know?
Where is that at? No, I mean, I turn mine on and I say Xbox, watch TV, turn on Disney Junior,
It just
and
turned on.
then it does it. No, because my TV's off.
Durango.
And then I could use my phone. I use the app to do stuff. So
That's right. That's all I use anymore.
yeah, so broke.
Um,
Stupid Xbox.
let's watch
Sorry.
some movies sometime with headsets on for virtual reality.
Oh gosh.
I know I keep coming back to it, but it's the future.
Listen, this is my thing. Okay, everybody keeps talking about Oculus and Oculus and Oculus. Where's mine? I only see test people and famous people and people that are cooler than me or people that get to go to like video cons and not me unless you want to give me a ticket and they all get to do it.
We can do it.
How come I can't walk in Best Buy and get one?
Well, they're not out yet.
No, they're not out yet. So stop talking about it and let me have my hands on it.
No, we
even
got to
though-
talk about it because now Oculus is making
Not
their
you,
own movies.
I mean them.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
play a video game like with that giant helmet.
No,
on
it's
and
for
I agree to watch the
movies.
movie.
They're making their own movies, and it's actually called the Oculus Story Studio.
That's kind of cool.
But I have a feeling it's going to be like
Vomit inducing, like being chased by
No.
bears.
I have a feeling it's going to be close to what I was saying the last time, where you're almost like a shooter on rails without the shooter part, and like you're going to go through a story, and it's going to look around when you look around.
Oh, look, that bird of prey is eating me.
Stop
Oh,
it.
I'm drowning. Oh my God, this is a horrible idea.
Would you stop?
Sorry.
Oh my God, you're killing
Oh my
it.
God, I can't handle
Oh
it.
my God.
Now I'm upset.
I think it's gonna be awesome. You can be as Debbie Downer as you want to be, but
I'll
I
be a
think
Debbie
it's gonna be
Downer
great.
until I can get my hands on one.
I think this is
'Cause
what
have
I
no
think.
faith. Do you hear me, Oculus?
I hear you. I'm not telling Oculus anything, but this is what I would do.
I'm gonna
Oculus.
tag you in this video.
That's right.
You're gonna watch it.
We're gonna tag it
'Cause
as
I'm really
Oculus.
sick of talking about it and not wanting anything to do with it because it freaks me out.
It shouldn't freak you out. They
And
said
I
they've
can't even
actually
try
worked.
it.
They've actually worked on the whole vomitosis thing, and they said that it's getting better. So we'll see if it actually does.
You're only puking for 10 minutes instead of 40.
Yeah. They're only it's like a mild amnesia.
And you know what else I see? I see everybody like putting these on and they're standing up while it's happening. And it's like, you should have a seat, please, before you fall over and pass
No.
out.
No, it's fine. Stand up. Also, amnesia means to forget things, so I appreciate you not calling me out on that. I meant to say nausea. It's fine.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
I wasn't listening. I don't listen to him most of the time. If you
She
haven't
just-
caught on
she
that
just,
90
like,
times,
smile and nods.
that's what happens.
Okay, Derek, whatever you say.
He'll be like, "Hey, come check out this loot crate I found," and I'll be on another map completely.
That's true.
Abandon him.
That's absolutely true.
Absolutely.
So, moving on to other news, because obviously
Sorry,
we don't
did
want
I
to talk
deflate
about
you?
VR
I
anymore. No,
apologize.
it's fine. I don't even care.
No, I want to know about these movies. Are they going to be cool?
I don't care. It doesn't matter
Okay.
anymore. Let's talk about HoloLens instead. Oh wait, that's more VR.
This more? Okay.
So good. What do you
Who
think
makes
about
this one?
this? Is Microsoft's one. So they said that
Is
basically,
this like their secret project?
yeah. So like
Oh.
you put on like the Google Glass thing, and it looks like these giant like snow goggles.
Is it like those, like when you have eye surgery and you walk out with those giant like
Yeah,
glasses that like
the
take
old
up?
lady glasses. Absolutely.
I don't want to wear a helmet.
It's just glasses.
That's it? Because I have a little bit of claustrophobic issues. That's
Yeah,
probably
no
my
ears, no nothing. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna do like an augmented reality thing. I think it's gonna be cool with games if like you can look up to the left of the TV and have the map there,
Oh yeah,
or
I'm
like
down with that.
have the HUD actually in your glasses as opposed to your. I'm just gonna sit like this the rest of the podcast.
Okay.
But I think it would be cool if you could like have it be off of your screen, have the HUD be gone, so you can have more field of view.
That's
but
amazing.
still have pieces from your augmented
I'm
reality.
I'm picking up what you're putting down with this. I could
See, and you're
do
okay with that.
this.
And you're
Yeah,
okay because it's just glasses. It doesn't have to be a whole
that's
helmet.
right.
Well, let's tell Oculus just to make glasses.
No, let me. I just want to try it out. Can you please put one in like a Best Buy near my house
This is
so
what
I
I
can
need you to
play with
do.
it?
Mail one to my house. I'll have her try it out, and then I'll keep it.
Yeah, and then I can be like, "Hey, this is the greatest thing ever. I'm sorry that I've been so skeptical
I'm
of your
sorry I ever doubted you.
frightening piece of machinery that freaks me out. It's unnatural."
It shouldn't freak you out. It's fine. All right. Two more things for me, and then we can talk about anything else that we may have, which I don't know. Do you have anything on your list? Okay,
No.
sweet. So let's crank these out. I got an EA story about Battlefield, not Battlefield Hardline, but an EA story regarding they're free to start, which is this new model they've actually been looking at. I know you're looking at me like, what is free to
For
start?
what?
Uh,
Wait. For what?
for games in general, it's just this new thing they've been looking into called free to start, which
Like on my video game console?
Yep. So like basically they'd give you a game and you'd start out playing it and either they'd level cap you or they would only give you like I don't know,
Uh,
a
uh,
gun
yeah.
or
Here's your
whatever.
pistol,
Yeah.
and you could pay $4.99 for this amazing sniper, or you could pay $3.99 a month and
And we'll give and
forever, and we'll
that'll
give
be
you
the season
everything.
pass. Yeah. No, that's probably what's going to end up
They
happening.
love that EA. They love the monthly
Of course.
fees.
You
Yeah.
would too. It's just constant money coming in.
I don't know. I feel like they're like encroaching on. I don't like this.
Why not?
Like, I don't know. I feel like keep that for like handheld games and Farmville on Facebook.
I'll tell you
Stay off
right
my
now.
console.
Mark it down. Derek says,
You do this all the time, and then you're right.
I know. Mark it down.
Let me get my notebook. This is
You
my
are going to
podcast.
see more free-to-play games.
Today's date. Today's the 30th.
130. More free-to-play games over the next 5 years
5-year plan.
with a subscription-esque type pricing structure. And the reasoning for this is they want to make recurring money. They want to make a continuous flow of cash.
Yeah,
And
because
selling
the
a game
$60 I give you, and then the $50 I pay for my annual is not enough for you.
Well, it's not even about that. It's about the residual income. So yeah, we'll give you a game, and they could even do this where they give you a game for $20, a game like Minecraft, and you buy the pig hat, and well, I don't know if they have hats or Minecraft or whatever, but
Their heads.
you can buy the pig head, the Steve head, the Homer head, whatever the case may be, because I think they have a Simpsons one.
Doctor Who one too.
A Doctor Who head, but you keep buying these things. It's the same thing Call of Duty's doing with their skins and their pink guns
I get that pink gun.
and everything else, their little pot leaves. It's all because they want the residual income. Everybody wants it. So EA is looking at it saying, look, we're going to start out a game, we're going to wet your whistle, and then you're going to have to pay to continue to play. It's like the best demo they could ever put out. I'm sorry, it's coming.
It's okay.
The only thing we can do is basically hold on tight and hope to not die on the ride.
Right.
It's just mildly morbid. All right, next to the let's talk about some other evil corporation that we've been so ticked with because they can't send out a freaking game that's worth playing.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay,
Nope,
we
gotta.
can talk about it. My goodness.
Ubisoft.
Yep.
We need to speak about Ubisoft.
I
So
have-
their most recent DRM issue basically states that if you've bought a copy of a game from G2 Play or G2A,
Oh, because this is like Steam codes.
yes,
I saw that.
yes,
So people are like stolen credit cards were used to buy codes, and then they're selling them for a little less, and then Ubisoft is turning around and turning them off because they're stolen credit cards.
right. So basically, Ubisoft's like, look, we're not letting you play stolen games. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. Well, and the people are like, look, it's not stolen. I paid for it. I have the receipt here. They were buying these games from like China for $30
Yeah.
from this company.
Go back to the company
They
and get your money back.
they're going back to the company. They're actually getting their money back.
Oh,
Although you could still go to their website as of like yesterday and still buy the game for $31.24.
should probably buy it directly through the company.
That's what Ubisoft's saying, but why would you do that when Ubisoft charges $60 and the other place only charges 31?
Because then I'm not wasting my money and getting my thing turned
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. Whatever. Listen, you got to save as much money as a gamer as you possibly can. Yes, you run the risk of getting your game turned off, but it's cheaper. How do you know every single copy, every single license they have is stolen or faulty?
I don't even buy used games, dude.
You're doing it wrong.
And I buy them on day
That's
one.
I usually don't buy used games either.
And then
Um, I
and
usually
you buy
wait
them
for a
day
killer
one for
deal.
their
I do.
$59.99.
Although I did buy all of the Batmans that have ever come out for $10, so that was, I mean, pretty good.
Well, I mean, when like something you skipped on because you weren't really interested in it or what have you, like all these games that we picked up when they had that flash sale on PlayStation. Like I was kind of like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it. And then they went on sale. I was like, you know what? I'll do it now.
You're like, yeah, you know what? For $6, I will buy that game.
Yeah, exactly. Like otherwise, I wouldn't have wasted the money on it because I wasn't really interested. But I'll take that.
Yeah, I I think it's a lot of he said she said at this point, but I agree with you. If you go through a trusted person or you go through the developer themselves or Amazon or somebody of, then I mean you're not going to run into these issues. Uh, but I'm all for saving a buck. I
Yeah,
mean, if it's going from Best Buy to Amazon and Amazon has a cheaper deal, I'll do that.
yeah.
If it's going from some shady person in the UK, I'm a little leery, but I still might do it. That's actually how I bought my Batmans. Um, but if they're having issues right now and you're like, oh, well, I guess I'm gonna go buy it, even after they have issues, then you're just asking for
You're
trouble.
doing it wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I understand Ubisoft's concern, but the other thing that I don't really care for is that Ubisoft was just like deactivating it. Like they shouldn't they like send out an email or something saying like, hey, this isn't activated or this isn't like a fraudulent key. No, they should just say sorry, tough stuff.
I don't know. Maybe they could have done that, but maybe they were. I don't know. I don't know the whole situation, so it's hard to say. Maybe they had to do it quickly, and
Still, they could send out a batch email for everybody that they block, don't you think? I mean,
true. I don't know how easy that is.
I don't think it matters.
It's true.
You're screwing over your customers.
You're doing it wrong.
Everyone's doing it wrong.
That's right.
That's all I got.
I have nothing.
That's all there is. There isn't any more.
No.
All right. Well, everyone who's watching this right now all the way to the end, thank you for staying and check out our Twitter and Facebook and website and Baby Groot. Quick shout outs to the Huge. We're going to have to come up with some cool name for our followers, but yeah, Drew Benny and our little pages and other members of the RFG clan who are possibly listening. Thanks for listening, and yeah, hashtag bye.
Hashtag bye.